Buenos dias, Maggie. Buenos dias, baby.
In the night, you wake me up when the sun goes down. Feelings right, you wake me up when the sun goes down. Sleepless nights, you wake me up when the sun goes down. I can't help it, baby, not myself when the sun goes down. I can't, baby, I 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 down.
Buenos dias from the mud and straw brick shack that I camped in last night with this incredible family of 2 kids, a bunch of cousins, and their mom. Actually, this whole complex of like 4 different houses is owned by one family. We got the cousins over there, another family there, the grandma's over there, and they're so kind and let me camp here. We had a great night playing with kids. You saw it on my Insta story if you follow me on Instagram, Plantriotic as well. And they have a bunch of mango and orange trees here, like citrus, they said like high acid juicing oranges. So yesterday, the kids, as a present for playing with Maggie and hanging out with me all day, hand-picked. These were living on the tree yesterday. Must be something like 20 oranges. I had one this morning and they're not the best for just eating. They're really a juicing orange. So I have some time today. We only have a 25-mile riding day. Maggie is very keen on playing fetch in the morning. Come on, she's keen on playing fetch all the time. So I got some time today. I'm gonna juice. I'm gonna show you how I hand juice these oranges mixed with a little water and sugar for some orange juice. Maggie's breakfast right here. We have some dried soy soaking with some canola oil, and I also make overnight oats. I soaked oats with chia seeds just in water, and she will have some of that as well. I just put in some daily green boost and now sugar. It's pretty good. It's pretty acidy, but with a bit more sugar, it'll be a good fuel to sip on while I ride today. Ooh, it's tart. Course number 1, Maggie girl. Will you sit for me? Good. Stay. 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 Okay. Alright, heading out. We always start the day, Maggie running alongside of me when it's not too hot out. She loves it, she's ready to go. I don't do any leashes anymore. Maggie she knows now. She stays on the right side of me, away from the traffic. And when she does sometimes wander over to the left, I just snap my fingers over to the right and she comes right over.
I can't help it, baby, not myself when the sun goes down.
side of the road is pretty populated. Like right now we're taking our lunch break. We've been on the road for 2 hours and I banged out 15 miles, which is a lot for 2 hours for me these days. Snacking on my fruta. And yeah, the last few weeks really, I've been on the Sea of Cortez on the East Coast, and I've been also in the mountains. It's been really rural, lots of cacti and mountains, and now I'm more on the Pacific side than I am on the Sea of Cortez, and it's pretty flat. Still got some foraged mangoes from Loreto. Just got into this big city about 18 miles into our day. It's called Ciudad Constitucion, and here's what I do every time I get into the city. First, I just talked to some women in that store over there, and they loved Maggie, and I got them to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Instagram, and Maggie's Instagram. I always get at least 3, 4, 5 locals to check out and follow me on social media. One, it's a way to spread the vegan message because they love seeing Maggie and me on the bicycle, so then hopefully they'll follow my journey and learn more, and it helps build my following. I get to talk to people, practice my Spanish. It's just the best. I make sure to do that. And then I also hit up the local tortilleria, my favorite word in Espanol, where I pick up about 15 to 20 corn tortillas for 50 cents, and I was gonna go to the grocery store to get my beans and veggies and stuff for dinner, but they actually had everything right there. Ella habla inglés. Tú necesitas decir Maggie. Maggie, sit.
Maggie, hello.
Hello. Hola. Okay. Y ahora tirar. Sí. Muy bien, Maggie.
Yo. Maggie.
Sit and en español es siéntete.
Siéntate. ¿Cómo le digo que se siente? En español.
Allá, muy lento. O lejos. Sí, tengo un gallina aquí. Yo hice este tatuaje en México hace un mes.
Ah, le toma foto.
¿Cómo te llama?
Jesús.
Jesús. ¿Y usted?
Cristian.
Cristian.
¿Y usted?
Jackson.
Mira,
Y ella se llama Maggie.
¿Por qué tiene un chango aquí?
¿Un mono?
Ajá.
Mono es porque este animal es muy fuerte, pero también es vegano, solo como frutas y verduras, lo mismo de yo, ¿verdad? Porque yo soy vegetariano.
Ellos comen plátanos.
Sí, plátanos, papaya, mangos, muchas frutas. A mí también. Yo soy un mono muy fuerte que come plátanos también.
A fuerza.
¿Qué?
A fuerza.
Sí, muy fuerte. Y crema de cacahuate y 2 tortillas de maíz es mi almuerzo con naranjas. Y esta es mi energía. Yo no necesito gasolina para mis piernas, solo comida para mis piernas. ¿Verdad? Porque ¿qué no como?
Carne.
Gracias.
De nada.
Muchas gracias, amigos.
Gracias.
Nosotros vamos. Just played with these kids in the park for about 2 hours with Maggie. Honestly, kids, like, don't spin this off as being creepy. I enjoy hanging out and talking with little kids more than adults, because most of the adults that I meet here, they're just like, hello, how are you? Where do you live? Be careful on the road. And that's about it. These kids ask me about my adventure. Have I seen snakes? What's the craziest thing I've done? What does Maggie like to eat? Like, they're so much more interesting and better at, honestly, having conversations than adults. Adults are boring. And one could argue that choosing to live riding a bicycle with your doggy is a pretty childlike thing to do. I am proud that I harness my childlike energy and choose to live my life this way. So Maggie got snacks, I got snacks, we got to rest here. It's a great thing about, you know, biking only 20-30 miles a day. I only have to ride 25 miles a day for the next 5 days to make it to La Paz. I meet a lot of cyclists who are busting out 60-mile days, 100 kilometers a day, and that's just no fun. People end up hating life. I like to hang out with these kids, right? Make friends, chill with Maggie. Such a better life to go slower. Okay, now we're headed 8 miles only, 8 miles more, and we're getting to our small little town where I'll find a place to camp tonight. And like I always do in small towns, we strike up a conversation with the locals and find a lovely family para dormir. Maggie, nosotros podemos dormir con esta familia. Muchas gracias. No más.
¿Quién no tiene? Agua.
La gota.
Rayo.
Tiro, no la agarres hasta que lo tires.
Yo gané. La gota.
Ahora para la cena, esta noche, yo tengo frijoles refritos bayos, sin manteca, es solo agua, frijol, aceite vegetal, salt. It's just beans, salt, little vegetable oil. These things are awesome. They're 75 cents. I give Maggie a bit, plus a bunch for me, and that is dinner, in addition to a can of veggies. Muy bien. And we have tortillas, and I get about 20 tortillas for 50 cents in the local tortilleria, which I got in the last town. In the future, right now, I just have this shitty camping stove that burns everything. It runs off propane fuel, and I can't find that kind of stuff here. I had it throughout my trip, but I realized I needed a new system, a much better system, where I can get like a Whisper Light stove with a big pot and actually use gasoline to cook with, which will only, even if I cooked with it like every day, it would last me a week or two for just a little bottle, so it's gonna be much better. My buddy Jason, who I'm meeting up with in the Airbnb in La Paz, he's gonna bring the Whisper Light stove and new cooking system that I bought, so I'll be able to actually, instead of using this plastic and metal stuff, I use a lot of cans and things because I don't have a good cooking system, but I will have the new system with a great pot, and I'll be able to buy things in bulk, buy potatoes, sweet potatoes, and veggies, and actually cook them for myself because I can fill up my fuel at a gas station, whereas now I don't have that system, thus the plastic, and I don't like it, or the metal, so it will be better in the future, but for now I get these and cans of beans, and I even have a can of like chipotle salsa. Plus some veggie oil, and that's it. Bunch of corn tortillas, beans mashed up, and veggies, and that's Maggie's dinner. And she's been eating stuff all day. Like, this family gave her some beef tacos. Maggie's only the vegan healer when I feed her, but people feed her other non-vegan food all day. I literally have kale chips because this woman in Vizcaíno, where I was weeks ago, gave me these kale chips with like cashew cheese and these rice cakes. And when I get a specialty item like that, I make it last for so long. So these things that I can get all the time, like veggies and beans, I'll eat the whole packet. But I've been like slowly adding these kale chips and rice cakes in my dinners for honestly the last 2 weeks. I'm almost out of them, but it's a very nice addition. And this stuff is so bomb as well. ¿Tiene un nombre?
No.
Ahora, ¿cómo se llama ella? Tú puedes hacer.
Ustedes decidan.
Jackson. Hola, Jackson. And I'll just keep wrapping double corn tortillas till this is done. I probably go through 10, 15 corn tortillas in a single dining, plus a tecate and a grapefruit. And that's dinner, Maggie. Delicioso. I got a whole film crew. We got lighting, audio, and video. Perfect. Preparing my chia overnight oats for the morning. Maggie is wiped out. And this family here, like, kids are playing in the streets, grandpa's stretching. This experience is invaluable, my friends. On just a random day, I'm flung into a community, in a family that's like, there must be 15 family members from the same bloodline that I've met that live here. Una caro de tomate.
Tomate.
Increíble.
Tomate cherry.
Sí. And I lived with them today, and they learned so much about my life, and I learned about their life. And I mean, it's stuff that money can't buy, only experience and risking, like just talking to strangers, not being afraid, and your guys' support. I could not be doing this without you. So shout out to my Patreon fam. If you pledge $1, $2, $3 a month, this is your trip just as much as it is mine. I know you're not here, but you're making it happen for me, and I'm just so fucking grateful because you guys are amazing that you come together and do that so that Maggie and I can eat food and continue to spread the message. I talked to, like, in depth, a 10-minute or more conversation about animal rights and about veganism today to at least 10 people, half of those people being under the age of 15 years old. Like, when you support me by doing this, I know my videos are entertaining and you like what I do and that's why you support, but I'm spreading the vegan message in places that people would probably never hear the concepts that I'm talking about, and I think that is the coolest thing about what I do here. So I'm so grateful that by you supporting me $1, $2 a month, you're literally spreading veganism across the entire world in communities where people wouldn't even know, and that is the most badass thing ever. Much love, Dream Extreme.